Hello, good morning. And Izzy was supposed to be in college today, but it's the day that she's got to go for her blood test. Izzy's having her bloods done about every 2 months at the moment because of one particular medication that she's on. It's quite a potentially noxious one, so she's got to make sure that she's having regular blood tests just to make sure that it's at the right level. She used to have a blood test a bit more frequently, but now that she hasn't had a dose rise in ages and ages and she's just on a stable dose, she doesn't have to have them as often, so it is about every 8 weeks now. Here's my puzzle I was doing late last night, which I'm about to put away. It's this one. We are going in about an hour and 10 minutes time. Izzy's just finishing off her breakfast and is about to get dressed, and I'm about to get the vlog up for tonight and make coffee and drink coffee and put that away to make some space. It's a gorgeous, glorious sunny day out there and it feels deliciously warm. And I have got the window open, even though I was not going to because of the birch coming in, but just got the kitchen window open a bit. It's stifling with them all shut. Izzy has just gone up into her room. She's doing a bit of maths before we leave. Well, my plan was to go and buy bread, come back and make sandwiches to take with us, because we're going to go on the scooters to the hospital, because why not? It's a lovely day and we've now got luscious scooters that glide effortlessly across paving, so we're going to do that, but I haven't got the bread and I've got an hour to get my vlog up, so we're going to go via Greggs and buy sandwiches to take with us. I know it's a bit cheaty, but they are nice. I've actually got that done with 25 minutes to spare, so while Izzy finishes her maths and hopefully gets dressed at some point, I'm going to nip down to Greggs now and buy the baguettes and come back and pack them and then get ready to go. This weather is gorgeous. Oh, I could stay out here all day. Oh yeah, I'm about to scoot for miles. Excellent. I'm going to try that. I'm back. I just caught sight of myself in the mirror as I came in through the door and I thought, blimey, I don't know if I look ridiculous. And this kind of reminds me, I know you can see it's Canadian maple leaves, but it kind of reminds me of one of those Halloween costumes for mummies that are all blood splattered. Anyway, I got lunch. Behold. So what have I got? That's the vegetarian one for me. Got a cheese and salad roll, and Izzy wanted the ham salad baguette. Oh, whoops, I've accidentally picked her up the wrong one. There's no salad in there. Oh well, so much for the healthy option. Oh, how annoying. What am I like? Oh well, at least we've got lunch. I have a plan. I'm going to lettuceificate Isabel's now. I'm rushing a bit because we need to be gone in 5 minutes or so. Oops. And I want to assemble things like drinks and packets of crisps and stuff like that. What we'll do is we'll scoot half the way, stop and have lunch, and then scoot the rest of the way, unless we're not hungry, of course, in which case we'll have lunch after the appointment. There you go, that looks like it's going to have a nice juicy crunch to it now. It's bulging, look, Mummy wants it to have her greens. I'm going to pack my camera away for a bit now and get ready to get out, just in case you haven't seen them before. These are the scooters. We don't use them a lot, but they are very handy for when we need to do shortish jaunts like this, and it saves us from having to go on the bus in the pandemic or the train, and we can come and go as we please and not have to wait because they're all on reduced services at the moment, aren't they? We've reached our halfway point in about 25 minutes and it's sweaty. I've had my sun hat on and it did try to blow off a few times. Izzy's over there sitting on a rock drinking some water because she's trying to get hydrated, ready for her blood test. I must say I love this scooter. I think this might be the first time we've done this on these new scooters, and oh my goodness, the difference. So it's got suspension. Old ones didn't have suspension, and it makes all the difference. It's just been like scoot, 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 glide forever, and then occasionally I just do another 3 scoots. Honestly, it's so good compared to those kid ones that we had before. I'm still a bit sweaty though on a hot day like this, but yeah, normally when we reach this sort of halfway point where we stop and have a rest, I'm gasping and covered in sweat and just absolutely shattered with my leg, my one leg. That one, absolutely killing, but it's a bit achy, but nowhere near as bad as it used to be before, so I'm so glad I've got these. I'm going to grab myself a drink of water as well. I'm not hungry for lunch yet. I've just filled these pop bottles up with water so we can pop them in a recycling bin when they're done, and then we won't have to carry them back. I've been accumulating them gradually. Do you ever get that thing thing when you don't think you're thirsty, but then you start and then your mouth just won't let go of the bottle. It's like, glonk, glonk, glonk. Sometimes I think the body knows more than the mind does. Me and Izzy were saying if it wasn't for the nasty blood test bit, it would be a really pleasant day out. Scooting in the sunshine like this, with a picnic in the bag to look forward to later. We found a nice bench to sit on in the shade. We are 30 minutes early for our appointment. Amazing, the scooters are just brilliant. Izzy's had a good experience on hers too. So it is sandwich o'clock. Izzy's by there. Try not to get the background in. Going up. You alright, Iz? How are you feeling about the, you know?
Nervous.
No. Izzy's been a bit worried about her arms actually because they're a little bit flared up, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a little bit flared. Not that bad, but...
Not that bad, but...
Still a tiny bit. It was much worse, like, a few years ago. Like, this would be good.
Yeah.
But not good for blood tests.
No. When the skin thickens with eczema, it's called lichenification. So when it is lichenified, i.e. thickened, it can be harder to get the needle in.
Oh, I don't like that being described to me. It sounds like a kind of fungus.
News just in, look, more local lockdowns are going to be ordered. So the lockdowns, they're not like full-on massive lockdowns here in Wales. The local ones, basically, you've got to wear masks in shops if you're over 11, and extended households can't be bubbles anymore. They can't meet indoors, they can only meet outside, so you can't have these extended households. Also, we can't leave our area without a reasonable excuse. College counts as a reasonable excuse, fortunately, and pubs must be shut by 11 p.m. at the latest. How's your sandwich, Izzy? Your souped up sandwich with the iceberg lettuce in it.
It's good, yeah.
I'm drinking a sneaky can of unhealthy pop. I managed that much for my sandwich and then I got full. Right, time to head in. We've had our lunch and drinks and all that. I forgot my mask, can you believe it? But luckily Isabel had two. Thank goodness for that. We're all done. It was kind of quick, as in we were straight in, no waiting around this time. But poor old Izzy has had a trauma because it just took a while to get it out of her. She's been stabbed multiple times. They were trying to go for her hand, but she was quite firm with them and said, I'm not comfortable with that. So they didn't take it out of her hand. And in the end, they found a scrawny little skinny vein that yielded sufficiently. So anyway, I'm gonna get my sun hat on and hopefully it doesn't blow off while I'm scooting along, and we're gonna head back home now on the scooters. Izzy's having time out, literally. We've stopped already. I'm not even tired, but she's hungry.
Time out spot.
It is our time out spot. Yeah, normally we're knackered, but not with these lovely new scooters. How's your wound?
It hurts.
Which one? Actually, yeah, how are your wounds?
This one hurts the most.
Oh dear. She's back from the torture and she's got money. She's going shopping, aren't you?
I had to be stabbed twice.
Yes, well it wasn't too bad. You quite often get stabbed more than that, don't you? It wasn't as bad as I thought.
This one's worse than normal. I'm not going to show it just for people who don't like that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And they had to wiggle it around loads. And now this whole arm is achy, even though I didn't get injected.
Izzy's going shopping. What are you going to buy?
Canvas and paints.
Are you getting canvas as well, are you?
Because I don't have any more canvases.
Have you got the little board ones?
I don't think so.
Well, you had a multi-pack of that in your room last time I looked.
Oh yeah, but they're for watercolours.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay. I did not know that. Izzy's bank card has now come through the post and she's all excited and she was going to go off and make her first ever cashless payment when we realised she hasn't got a PIN yet, because they send it separately to the card so that, you know, if it went to the wrong place and got into the wrong hands, somebody could rob you. But anyway, so she's going to have to wait. So I've just given her some cash, having already just put some in her account. Never mind. She's profiting handsomely from this little endeavour. I haven't got the heart to take it back out of her bank account again. And when she gets back, we're going to do an hour of English together. She's going to paint. She'll probably set it up on the table here and I will read while she's painting. just for an hour, a bit of passive revision of the English curriculum. She did an hour of maths before leaving for the blood test, and we've decided that the scooting 6 miles counts as PE. While she's out at the shop, I'm going to just do a quick little bit of weeding. One of my subscribers seems to think that my compost might be a little bit wet, and that might be why there are so many flies in it. So I have been opening the lid during these hot days to let a bit of evaporation occur. I haven't given it a good old shake yet, mind. That's something I need to try. But anyway, while Izzy is busy, I'm just going to yank up a few weeds just for a little while. And I'm boiling the kettle to wash the masks as well. She's back. Woo! She's bought herself 3 great big canvases for £10. But oh dear, she was about to take the cellophane off what she thought was the acrylic paints, and it was oil paints. So very reluctantly, she's taken them back to the shop to exchange. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Izzy was very not keen on the idea of ringing up strangers for advice and information. Now, her next hurdle that she needs to get over is building up the confidence to go and take something back to the shop, because she's a bit worried about it, that they're going to say, no, they didn't give her a receipt. Anyway, if she has any trouble, I'll just go. She'll be fine. She needs to get over it, doesn't she? It's another one of those little empowering things. I tell you what I have learned. Well, IB told me because he read it in a book. The people that get the furthest in life are the ones that deal with those little niggling out of your comfort zone things head on. They're the ones that plough through. They're the ones that don't put them off and off and off and off and then don't deal with them. If you can deal with those, you can progress through life. It's like unlocking the next level. Meanwhile, in my cauldron, I have got 4 masks, and I'm actually trying to wash them in boiling water and washing up liquid today, so I'm giving them a good soak. I figured the bleach would eventually perish them, and I don't really like using loads of bleach, so trying washing up liquid. She's also bought herself these. Oh my goodness. Now, anybody who knows me well will know that there's one thing I do not like. It is sponge. It just, I don't know what it is. I am holding it together right now, and I'm trying not to think about the sponge, but it's hard not to think about the sponge. It goes through me. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like the texture of the vibrations when you brush your fingers on it. Oh, as a musician, this has been a bit awkward over the years, because a lot of mics, vocal mics, have a big sponge pop shield on them, don't they? Oh, I just can't use them. I have to ask the engineer to just take them off while I'm not looking, so I can't see his fingers touching the sponge. I don't know where it came from. Have you got any freaky, weird foibles like that? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. I'm just in the process of clearing this bit of the table off so Izzy can do some painting at it while I read to her. But I'm going to have to not look when she's doing that sponge thing. I'll have to, I don't know, I'll sit there and face the other way or something. Oh, what if I can hear it? Oh, Isabel, can you use cotton wool? She's got something very specific in mind. You see that she's seen on a tutorial on YouTube. It has to be sponge. Success! And they were the same price as well. Well
done. They were the exact same box with the exact same colours. And there were like 3 different types of watercolours, oil paints and acrylics. And the only difference between the entire box is the word.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I got confused.
And how was the lady?
Yeah, no, she was very nice.
Well done. You levelled up.
Because like they were all just side by side, like in lines.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing acrylics. And then I just picked up another one, which I thought was the same thing, because the oil paints were exactly beside with no, like, separation. That's why I got confused.
Well done. I'm proud of you. Overcame a bit of a, you know, another hurdle in life. Excellent. This growing up lark is going along nicely, isn't it? Yeah. I'm setting her up at the table here. This reminds me of one of those Portuguese square drums. This is one of those home-ed mum moments. I know I'm not technically a home-ed mum. Old habits die hard. This is one of these home-ed mum type moments where you're all ready and they have just wandered off and you don't know what they're doing, but they're taking ages doing it, and you're just sort of standing around like a lemon thinking, oh, I could be getting the dishes done. Okay, I've read for an hour and I haven't seen Izzy's painting yet. I've been deliberately not looking at it. It's there.
It's not finished yet. It's nowhere near finished, so don't judge it for being like, ooh, that's the finished one.
Okay, it's a work in progress, and I just wanted to react on camera realistically, so that's why I haven't looked at it, so I don't have to like you know, be fake. Right, are we ready? Oh, what is it?
It's going to be a galaxy.
Oh.
And then there's going to be stuff around it.
Oh my goodness, that's... Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing the end result. It does look very galaxy-ish.
Yeah, I've gone a bit off with the blending because this is a much bigger canvas of what they had, because they didn't have like this shape canvas in a small size, so I've had to use a lot more paint. So it's taken a lot more time to do all the shading, so I've gone a bit off like the mark to try and make different parts blue that are blue on the video that I couldn't make blue because I didn't have enough paint.
I'm going to leave Miss Isabel down here, and I'm going to go and edit what I've done so far in my bed because it's so comfy, and drink coffee probably because I haven't had much of that today. And then I've got to go shopping afterwards for supplies for packed lunch for tomorrow. 2 hours later, and I've edited all that, and I'm about to put frozen chips and fish fingers in the oven for tea, which we will have with some sort of green frozen veg or other. Let's see how Izzy's work of art is coming on. Have you been doing this solidly for 2 hours?
Almost solidly.
How's it coming on?
It's okay.
Ooh, wow. Cool, how exciting.
That one's much better, but like, I have no excuse. I haven't been doing it for as long as them.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel to grow, and I really, really appreciate it. If you're new here and you would like to follow more of our story, feel free to hit that subscribe button down there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.